So this is my other world here. Yeah, I've got silver cooking. I built like 3 long halls, but they're more like medium halls, like 3 little huts that connect with cool little like hallways. So this one is like just for cooking. Welcome back to Valheim, or if this is your first time here, welcome to Valheim, possibly my final episode. I failed miserably last week in fighting the final boss, but I learned enough. I'm pretty sure I'm ready now to fight him. I came back into the game. I went back over to the plains where your Gluth is hanging out, and I ran around and collected all 3 of my gravestones, collected all of my stuff. So I'm back. I'm armored up. See, I thought to myself, maybe I'll record myself like running in, grabbing my stuff, coming back, making a few more frost arrows, going back in and fighting. Thank God I did not decide to record all that, because after grabbing all of my stuff, I did not have the materials needed, especially the wood. Second of all, my secondary Draugr bow that was still level 1, I didn't have the materials I needed to upgrade it. So I figured, okay, I'll take the time. Oh God, I'm taking smoke damage from my from my fireplace here. So I took the time. I went into the swamps. I got the gunk that I needed, and I upgraded my Draugr bow all the way to level 4. So now I have 2 level 4 Draugr bows. I ran around, I collected tons of wood. I went back into the mountains. I collected tons more obsidian. I had to grab more freeze glands, and I made myself 500 arrows. Well, I still had like almost 300 or something like that. I'm now down to 11 feathers, and that's it. Before I started this journey to go after Gluth, I had like 2.5 stacks of feathers. So like, wow. I also did some fishing to get more fish wraps. I kind of gave up because, like, I don't know, it's so boring to fish. But 9 is more than enough to get me through this fight. If I need to, I've got some turnip stews for backup or whatever. I'm not going to need it. I made myself a ton more healing potions because I used up most of mine in the last episode. Also, it requires an insane amount of silver to upgrade the Draugr bow, and I didn't quite have it. I had to go back into the mountains, where the modder boss was, and search for silver. And I had to sail that back. And instead of going back to Gluth, where I left my boat, breaking that down, bringing it over to the modder thing, building it up over here, I decided, you know what, I've got plenty of iron and other, materials that are needed. I didn't have enough ancient bark, but I'd gone to the swamp and collected a ton of that. So I figured, why not just have like a couple of longships going? So I built a second longship over by the modder, sailed that home. So now I got a longship at home. I got a longship over by Gluth. So yeah, that's pretty much it. That's what I did. And surprisingly, I didn't get any raids. One thing I noticed that I did not know before in this game, I guess I never like really looked up at the sky when it was storming out, but I'm pretty sure like Thor is in this game. I know Odin's in this game. I've seen him a dozen times or so, just like standing there with his walking stick and his eye patch, just staring at you in the distance. But if you look up into the sky when there's a thunderstorm out, all of a sudden you'll just see like this tiny little figure that looks like a tiny dot with a slightly larger dot behind it, just like traveling across the sky with lightning just projecting out, just little ball lightning projecting out from like all sides of it. I'm pretty sure that's Thor with his hammer just like flying through the air. There's a lot of like fun little ambiance stuff in this game. Oh, here he comes. Oh, here comes the meteors. Oh my God, I get hit directly by meteors. I'm like a little rusty now. Like I have to like get my head in this game again. All right, and I missed all the meteors. Perfect. He looks like he's like stuck on something, which I very much appreciate. Dude, you can just do circles all day. I don't care. Heck yeah. Yeah, this guy is stuck right now in a loop. I fucking love this. Are you kidding me? This is amazing. Let me just get my stamina up. Wow, okay. I'm going to have to go, like, inspect the ground properly that he's on right now and see if there's something, like, special about it that would make him jammed there. And then maybe we figured out, like, a funny glitch on how to defeat you Gluth super easy. This is gonna be such a boring little episode. I really thought that this was gonna be a much more difficult fight than this. I wish I had recorded this like right after recording last week's episode, so I could have just tacked this on the end of last episode. That probably would have been the better way to do it. Maybe if this episode's like super short, maybe I'll show off my like for fun world that I did. Did I already show that off in an episode? I forget. But I do have like a second world and a second character that I was just playing this game like for fun on my own time, back when I had time. I haven't played it in a while. This is ridiculous. I really am curious to see if this is like something that's that you can replicate. Because if this is all you have to do is just build like some weird janky angled grounds before you fight him and you just like stick him in a box that he just spins in circles, that would be pretty awesome. I'm sorry, Gluth. Like, you really deserve to have a better shot at killing me than this. I could walk over there. I could like move and then see if he gets dislodged. What if he actually kills me? Let's just end it. We had the epic episode of fighting him last week. This is just going to be finishing him off. Maybe check out his power. I don't even know what his power is. There's nothing more satisfying in a video game after getting your ass kicked by the same boss like 4 times to go in the 5th time and be like, oh shit, and just like pump yourself up and be like, okay, I'm ready to take on this idiot. This is going to suck. And you go in and he just gets glitched. And then you just kick his ass. There's nothing better than that. He's not even like lasering. Like, he doesn't have to get any closer to me to shoot his lasers, to send meteors at me. I don't know why he's trying to get close to me. Like, I get that his AI is like confused by the bit of ground in front of him. So he's like, oh, I have to go back this way. Oh, no, wait, I can go get him from that way somehow. So he's just doing circles. But why even? There's nothing obstructing his view. So there's no reason for him to get any closer. He can laser. He can do any of his moves right now. Ooh, you know what might be fun? To actually fight the bone mass again. Because I cheesed the bone mass. Fighting the bone mass like on the ground, but fully equipped with all this end game stuff, just to see like really how brutal the bone mass is. I got a couple things that I can like flesh out the end of this episode if I have to. That's all you need. 250 frost arrows and a fully upgraded Draugr bow. And you can defeat Gluth. Alright. Whoa, what's going on? Oh, what are these? Gluth things. Gluth Trophy. Was it this little rock? Plus like this weird hill? Plus this rock here, so like maybe he couldn't squeeze in between like this tree and these 2 rocks. And something about this setup, if you can somehow replicate perfectly this ground level and this like setup with like 2 rocks and like a couple of little trees and a weird hill over here and a big rock here, if you can somehow replicate that, then you can glitch your Gluth into just spinning in a circle forever. That was pretty cool. So what the heck are these Gluth things? Placeholder item for Gluth drops. So the game, so they still haven't even updated the game enough to make it so that you get any sort of item. Maybe that means that when they do upgrade it, maybe the Gluth thing will turn into whatever that cool thing is supposed to be. So maybe in the Hearth and Home that'll change into something else. Who knows? And that's the final boss. That's how you do it. There's still a lot of things in this game too that I haven't even made. Like I'd like to make like a black metal at gear, whatever you call that, a black metal axe. See how insanely quick that chops down a tree, especially like a level 4 black metal axe. That must be pretty cool. Yeah. So I'm not done with the game, but I mean, I just beat the final boss so far. So I'm pretty much done with the game. Let's do it. Well, first let's read. Long ages past, he wore a crown beneath a blood-red sky. Now naught is left of all he was, but his spirit cannot die. Here we go. Alright. So he's magic and lightning damage resistance. So you take less fire damage, less frost damage, less lightning damage. Not poison, though. Boom. Activated. His is blunt, slash, and piercing damage. So yeah, there's nothing for resistance for poison, which is weird. But I like this, being resistant to like physical stuff as opposed to fire, frost, and lightning. I feel like, yeah, I really feel like his power is useless. Mostly useless. So it looks like there's at least room in here for one more stone, right? Hopefully in the future they add at least one more boss. And they change whatever item he gives you into a real item. I guess that's it. I guess that's Valheim. Let's go, yeah, so let's go to the bone mass. How desperately are you going to need poison potion? Probably very desperately, because you're not going to be dressed the way I am with all end game armor and eating all end game food. But let's go. Let's see. Oh, that does so much damage. It's insane. Frostnir is such a good weapon. Okay. Okay, so he hit me. So maybe if you stay to like his back, you don't get hit by that, because it looks like he's spit it out in front of him. Oh, he does some good swinging damage. Oh, he's throwing skeletons at me. Oh god, he does some good damage. Let's bone mass up. What am I thinking? Oh, here it comes again. Let's do a health potion real quick. Oh god, this guy is like brutal. I took this guy for granted when I was able to start wailing on him right away, because he actually does crazy damage. Ow. One more hit. There we go. Holy cow. He's still no joke, even when you're end game everything. Maybe if you stay like directly behind him and wail on him. But even then, like, you're stuck in like the swamp waters. Maybe you gotta like flatten the area out with a hoe first. So I'm actually just gonna keep this same character. It doesn't matter what character I had, because we're just going to the other world. Yeah, I haven't beat the modder in this world, but I had beat the bone mass. I beat the bone mass in this world? So this is my other world here. Yeah, I've got silver cooking. I built like 3 long halls, but they're more like medium halls, like 3 little huts that connect with cool little like hallways. So this one is like just for cooking. This one right here is like my chests and where I sleep. This one over here has my stations. I built stone walls all around the outside. Yeah, so I was geared up. I was ready to fight the modder. Do I have the modder's location unlocked? Oh, this character doesn't have anything unlocked, unfortunately. I'd have to play with my other character. I didn't know that. Here's my portal room. This is not actually connected. But we've got the Elder, the Swamp, the Mountain, and the Bone Mass. And I built this awesome dock all the way from my house. Like, I spent a lot of stupid time building stuff in this, as opposed to the other one where I spent every time that I was playing that game, almost every time, it was like for a video. So I wasn't going to waste a lot of time. But yeah, I've got the best boat. So, and this dock, I love this dock compared to my dock. This dock is awesome. You know, I still don't know what the heck to do. Like here, I don't know how to get like a good way to get to your boats and stuff, but yeah, whatever. It looks cool up until that point. And I've got to show you the mountain, because I built stairs on this mountain that took me forever. And this is like where I dug up all the silver, was like mostly up at the top. And I have stairs going all the way down from the top to the bottom of this mountain, and I'll show you just how big this mountain is. And this is what I was doing in my main game when I was trying to fight the modder, because I actually got further in this game than I did in my main game while I was just playing this for fun back in the day. And then I was like, I gotta stop and focus on making more videos. And then I just kind of like started running out of time and just couldn't keep going. But I built these stairs. You saw the stairs in my main game for the modder, right? From there to here, that's like as far as I got. And I was like, Jesus, this took me like hours. There's no way I'm finishing that. But in this game, I spent like days just building a nice set of stairs all the way down this mountain so that I could go up and down the mountain, bringing my silver down to my boat, which I docked like down there. Because honestly, mountains suck. I never really used like a cart or anything though. Hey, a golem. But yeah, look at this. Like, it's insane, the stairs that I built. I love it though. It's incredible because I don't have to deal with the mountain at all. If your whole thing is like, I want to get this done as quick as possible and I want to like beat the modder as quick as possible, this isn't worth it. But for me, it was like I was like kind of into a show that I was watching on Netflix, but like not super into it. And I just like have that on and I just wanted to be like fiddling, doing something in the background. I just spent my time doing this as like, this was my background noise. And then this is where I would dock my boat and I'd fill it up with silver and I'd sail back home. And home was right here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll go like take a peek at what's in some of the other portals. Okay, actually, yeah, let's switch characters and then come back in and look at the other areas that I've been. Let's look at this though. Here we go. So the Elder here, the Bone Mass here, Eikthyr here, 2 Eikthyrs, another Elder, the Modder. Okay, so I did unlock the location for the Modder. I just haven't been there yet. And if you'll notice in this world, so far, no merchant, which is really annoying because the merchant can be anywhere in the world. And I just happened to get really lucky in my first playthrough. So I do not have the belt. I don't have a fishing pole. I can't get fish. Kind of annoying. I think I did the same thing where I built a tower thing, right? Yep. I built a little tree house to fight him in. Very similar setup to my main save file. Very similar setup. This kind of looks like a spooky skull. Like, I wonder if I uncover all this bits of map, if this is like a formation of islands that forms like a skull with 2 eyes for where the water is or something. I wish that I had come across a thunderstorm so that I could show you the Thor that I found in the sky, but I'm sure you can find a video of somebody finding Thor. So thank you guys for sticking with my playthrough of Valheim. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this game, and I think it's like $20 on Steam. Not that you should buy it or anything. I guess I'm going to have to retire this helmet, at least for now. There will be no more videos on Thursday. This has been a lot of fun. Peace out. Don't mind my bad lighting and my bed head. Sorry about this. But I wanted to see what was at the edge of the world. I'm going to lose all my stuff, aren't I? Let's slap on some lights and let's... Now I got to fix like my camera. I got to just figure out how I can make it so the properties stay so I don't have to change them back every time. There we go. That's like my settings. Now, I could have easily looked this up. I could have watched a video. I could have done anything to figure out what happens when you get to the edge of the world. But I thought I would just check it out, just in case it was cool. Mostly I just started this recording just to see if I could like get a storm to happen so that I could show off Thor flying in the sky. But I don't think that's happening because I haven't come across a thunderstorm yet. And I've been playing for quite some time. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's right here? I don't know, like, what's a rock? What's not a rock? Because it's just not loading fast enough. It is not loading very fast now. Guys, is this just... Oh, it might just be a cliff. It might just be a cliff. I should stop. I should back up. Right? Is it just not loading properly, or should I go to the land and check it out on land? I really just don't want to lose everything. I don't want to lose my boat and all my things. The water's very choppy. I'm thinking it might be a cliff. Am I gonna die? Oh, let's just do it. Let's just do it. Let's go. Here we go. Oh, God. Well, the water's still spawning. I'm still going. The water's still happening. Oh, I hate it. Oh, I hate it. Wait. The water's like... Oh! 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 It's just a cliff! Oh! And I lost everything! I lost everything. Well, there's no getting that back. Oh, well. Now I know. Valheim is flat. Well, see if there's any, like, updates. I lost everything, though. I'm gonna have to, like, start all over gathering stuff. I'm gonna have to play a lot to get back to where I was. Why did I do that? Why did I think that that was a good idea? And I still didn't find a thunderstorm to show off Thor. Oh well. Peace out.